Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maximus Black.
And Nova War.
You know, I've noticed we haven't said morning a whole lot. It's been a lot of afternoons and evenings.
That's true.
Some people watch your stuff in the morning.
This is true. Grab your coffee. Grab your cappuccino.
Your drink, or your stiff one.
Or your...
Well, actually, in the morning, you would have a...
I actually just...
It take you that long?
I was trying to think of something else, like a drink, but then my brain was conflicting with itself as to what it wanted to pay attention to, and it did neither well. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yeah.
Hit me up with that noise.
Boing.
Very nice. Very nice. Over here in the left position, we are looking at Loki, which is a Japanese mythological figure?
I have no idea.
Persona series is all I know him for. Alright, and over here we're looking at... I'm gonna call him Jhereg.
There's gotta be a definite, easier way for us to pronounce that name. We'll call him here.
Alright.
Because that's in his name.
Okay. Alright.
Okay?
Alright.
So, it's gonna be a PVZ. It's been a while since we had a PVZ. And this is just a normal game sent in by the fans on d2dgamer.com. And yes, finally!
Like, literally finally!
Finally, yes. No joke. The website...
Finally!
The website is underway.
The Rock has come back!
Yeah.
To d2dgamer.com.
There's going to be a massive change. The website isn't actually going to be called D2D anymore, but...
No, we don't know what it's going to be called yet.
When you type it in, it's still going to direct you to...
Could be YellowTube.
You never know.
Asian porn.
Yep. Love that Asian porn. That was my thing when I was younger.
Didn't we already have this discussion?
Maybe.
I think we did.
Yeah, well, I'm just letting you know in case there's new viewers. I used to watch Asian porn when I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 years old.
It's a topical comment then.
Yep.
Topical. He's going to build that extractor there. Gonna get a little bit of extra scouting information.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the drone was about to die. He's keeping him alive, and he's gonna be able to get him out. And no, that Marine's gonna pick him off. It's gonna be extremely close here. Oh no, there's no way.
Oh, he was hoping that extractor was gonna be able to get built over there, but no. Oh wow!
Where's the Marine?
Oh, so close to butt sex with that drill.
With that drill, that is not good. He just got probed.
No, that is. That SCV just probed that drone. Oh! Can we just call the game there?
Yeah.
That's the best joke I've got for the night. That SCV just probed that drone.
All 3 in 1, baby.
All 3 in 1.
I like it.
I need to make that t-shirt happen.
Yeah, you do. All right, so actually, no, it's not going to happen. But
no, I know.
yeah,
I don't have the time for that.
But the thought is really nice.
The thought is great.
Thought's all that matters in life.
I can see it in my head.
Yeah. So the spawning pool is now finished. We do have some gas going, so I'm sure Metabolic Boost is not going to be too far away. We do have a fast expansion for Loki and just some regular scouting from here. And we're going to be transferring over a bunch of drones. This is very, very typical stuff. And he's going to drone up pretty hard right now. He does have a couple of lings being built. The Queen is underway as well down
Scouting
here.
lings.
Looks like we are going to see a 2 racks into a factory. Now this is I guess normal. I don't know what league this is.
Nope.
But sometimes Terran players, when I'm playing against them, they'll actually get 2 racks, a factory, and a starport, and they'll push out in sort of a weird 1-1-1, but a little bit more reinforced.
So I'm assuming it's probably just like 45 seconds later than usual.
Yeah.
And just with like 2 extra Marines.
Yeah, it's usually like siege tank heavy, and with extra Marines and the Banshees, but I don't foresee it because I don't see a tech lab down. Look, there we go. There's some Hellions. And there is your starport. So I don't know exactly what kind of build this is. It's kind of weird.
We'll have to wait and see what comes out of that starport.
But you know what? There's a lot of structures to be building units. It seems like he's on his way to do some sort of damage, but he really needs to watch out because there is already an expansion up for Loki. And if he doesn't apply any pressure or make any drops...
I think we're going to see some harassment from some Hellions.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's probably the likely thing. And I'm going to wait and decide what he's going to do with this build after I see what comes out of that starport first.
Probably going to be medevacs.
If we see medevacs, then we know it's probably going to be, a nice little marine mixture, attack here with some medevac reinforcement.
Yep.
If not, then maybe we'll see something else. But I think that's probably the likely of the two scenarios. And right now, it actually looks like we have some Zerglings that picked off that Hellion, and now we're swapping here.
Yep. So this is exactly what I thought. He's going to get out some medevacs. He's going to double pump these Hellions. And he's probably going to try to do some sort of Hellion harass drop. He might even try to go all in and just do a big drop on the main because, all the
really?
The defense is out here at the natural of Loki. And there's really nothing here in the middle. There is but there is a Baneling's Nest in production or finished now. For Loki. So he could run into a little bit of trouble if he's going to go heavy Marines. He could get steamrolled very, very quickly.
Well, he's going to have to do a little better scouting than he's getting right now. I don't know if I haven't been paying attention to see if he's been dropping any scans or if he's been using it largely for mules, which I'm assuming based on his build that's what he's getting them for. He's got to be, there is a mule there. It looks like that's likely the case. He's going to have to do a little bit better scouting before he decides to get in here because really, for all he knows, Loki could be heavily D'ing up right now, and a lot of ground forces aren't going to be able to do much. And with that Baneling Nest, you really have to be careful. Because,
he's going to have to watch where he drops, that's for sure.
And the Zerg actually has... No! That's close. You know what? Whatever. Lose a couple of Zerglings, get a little bit of information.
That's cool.
Now he knows basically the composition of what his opponent is. Now he's really going to
This is going to supply block Loki.
Not good. That's not good.
And this could be a perfect opportunity for him to attack now that there is a supply block Loki. Is he going to do it? He's got this little small window of opportunity to drop in here and really pick off some overlords. That would be devastating. That would actually be GG if he could get in there and pick off these 4 overlords and really supply block Loki and then just steamroll him.
I really like what Loki's doing with this wall up here. He's got a couple of spine crawlers. He's got his Evo chamber up there and his Roach Warren as well. Really throwing a bunch. I don't know if I agree with that many tech structures up front. However, I do like what he's doing. It's definitely going to slow the Terran down. It's going to give him an opportunity to build up the units that he needs. And he's been really focusing on macro lately, but it looks like he's now transitioning into getting some of his units now. Looking at like 20-some Zerglings being produced, and here is a drop on its way. The Overlords are so going to see that, and he's going to have to get over there and get over there fast.
I actually don't think Loki's going to be able to win. I actually can't see him getting out of this. That is a whole lot of units.
Get out of there!
And right on the mineral line of Loki. Here comes the Ling, and this is just horrible positioning for the Lings. They cannot engage in this whatsoever. Look at that, 26 drones massacred in that. The spawning pool is now going down. It is now destroyed. That's it. That's game.
Nope, that's got to be game. It looks
that's
like
a lot of Banelings, but at the same time, man,
I don't know. The Banelings are going to have to hit basically all of this and get rid of it for there to be any sort of hard reset. It will be one base.
And he can also pick up his units at the same time.
But is he going to do it? I don't know. We've seen some pretty poor micro in the past. We don't know what level this is. We don't know how much attention he's being paid.
There
he's got 3 queens picking him up, but the 3 queens are there. He's going to be very careful. And he's going to run around with these Banelings and make sure they can't get out of there. And is he going to get rid of one? Oh, it's going to be close. He just gets out. But look, very wisely has his Zerglings there, forcing the Terran now to go all the way home instead of just stopping halfway to turn around. And now we are down to 1 base and 1 base. A couple of Vikings seem to be coming onto the field. I think that's going to be because, hey, at this point, he's forced to get Banelings. He's forced to get Zerglings. He's not going to have anything to hit up that air except for those queens. But unfortunately, he walked that Viking right over top of those queens.
It's like, hey, yo, you know those 3 queens that were busting the hell out of my medevacs?
Just the one place he didn't need to go, and that was it. But he's going to, I'm assuming, be going after some overlords with those.
So we do have an expansion going up for here as well, which is very, very nice. He did some serious damage, but at the same time, he destroyed a lot of. He's 29. Okay, wait, no, those are 29 units killed. Only 9 workers were killed.
Only 9
so
workers. Yeah,
I was
Zerglings were the ones being killed.
Okay, I was totally shitting the bed when I said that earlier, so I do apologize for that. 9 workers killed. You know what? He didn't do that much damage
for what he put in there.
Yeah.
He did not do that much damage at all.
He
got rid of the layer, which is huge. And he got rid of the spawning pool.
I don't even know if that was a layer at the time, was it?
Yeah, it was a layer.
Okay, all right.
Yep, it was a layer. We have some roaches coming now. We actually have what I like to lovingly refer to as the riot shield being researched right now by Jhereg.
So we do have a third going up for Loki. One thing that's really helping him
comfortable if he's doing that
is the macro hatch. The macro hatch really helped him out there. So even though his main died, he had an extra hatchery. I hear some Vikings going to town, and here's another massive drop. But there is a bunch of spine crawlers waiting, and the banelings underneath. This is going to be very, very close. I do believe one medevac went down there.
He's got to be careful. He's dropping
what
up
an
here
awesome
in the top
drop.
hand corner. Look out! Here comes the banelings. He's going to be very careful. He's going to lift up, and he gets a couple out in time.
That was beautiful.
Some got rid of it, not very much.
That
Now
was
the Queens
beautiful.
came up the ramp, and now he's dropping them down. He's going to be playing back and forth off of this
That
corner
was beautiful.
of the bases. I'm loving it right now. Some banelings coming in the back, but he's likely going to pick up and go right back upstairs right here. Going to elevator back up.
Yep.
And he will not. Yes. Maybe. Don't be indecisive, and don't drop there.
No, that's good. He's only dropping 1 or 2 units at a time. Those Bailings are being wasted, and then boom, drop them all down at the exact same time. He's just going to decimate everything here. And what an epic drop this was. Using the high ground, destroying some shit, going back down here, destroying some more shit, and then putting down some more things. Few Bailings blowing up. There's all kinds of shit and all kinds of great shit. Holy shit. This is good. I like this.
I was seeing if you were going to try and keep
No, I was done.
screaming shit anymore.
No, I'm done.
You're good.
Yeah.
These Zerglings are going to get destroyed. Just going to get picked up. Just going to play with them right now. And this is exactly what Jhereg needs to do, Jhereg needs to do, essentially, because at this point he's just keeping the Zerg on his toes. And even though Zerg has that third up, he's not really doing a whole lot with it right now, I guarantee it. In fact, on that minimap, it doesn't look like there's a lot of mining going on at all there.
I want you to just take a look.
And he's just going back and forth
at the supply of Loki right now. He is 10. He is 10 to 92.
Which is basically all of these.
Yeah. Like
8,
like
7,
these drops
6,
are just
5,
horrific.
4,
These drops
3,
are just, I just got a shiver from how
4,
damaging.
GG. Loki leaves the game. Jhereg, which I'm assuming is how that name is pronounced. I feel like I'm not pronouncing that properly, but I don't really care all that much. Really exploiting the Zerg here, and I liked the play. The first drop didn't do as much damage as he probably should have done with that force, but it definitely did more than enough to keep the Zerg back on his toes and force some units that were not exactly the greatest counter to what was able to happen here for the Terran. Those drops, though.
Yeah, I really like. I think that Blue was a little. He didn't know exactly how to tackle the attack, and then the second time around, he really used the map itself to his advantage, dropping high and low ground, doing all kinds of damage, and then at the end, he realized, you know what, I can chuck down 1 or 2 units, sacrifice those, and get rid of 3-4 Banelings at the exact same time. And at that point, that was it. Once those Queens were out of the picture, that was it. He kept picking up his units. Of course, medevacs can do that, and then heal them when they go back down. So those units were basically just infinitely being healed, and it was just good. He didn't have to reinforce. It was like the units he had destroyed everything. It's nice.
It's called being cost effective.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And he was
he
doing
expanded at the same time.
Very well. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a very solid, normal game.
Yeah, we don't get many of those.
Fans. We don't get many of those these days, but keep sending them in because we like seeing them. Ladies and gentlemen, for now, this has been LAGTV, coming to you from the fine locale of Canuckville, Canada, moving in and around or after, depending on when this game goes up, Christmas. This has been Nova War.
And Max is Black.
Peace.